Well, today, the judge will make a final ruling in the trial for a murder trial from over 40 years ago. We're breaking down the latest on the case just hours before the verdict.
After a morning batch of wintry weather, conditions are starting to calm down and may even warm up between now and the end of the month.
That's when the mama bear in me comes out and I'm like, hey, this bear needs to be dealt with.
We're looking back at this year's top stories. One of them, a Stevens County couple telling us about a grizzly bear just feet from their kid's bedroom. Hear what they say grizzly encounters are increasing and why some may not even be counted. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Hernandez. Laura Papetti has the afternoon off. Well, in less than 2 hours, we are expecting the judge in the Witcher Airi case to issue a ruling. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones went to the Spokane County Courthouse this morning. He's telling us more about what's happening today.
Yeah, well, for starters, this is a bench trial, meaning the judge has the final decision on whether Airi is guilty or innocent. So this is a trial that won't be determined by a jury's final decision. The next thing that we should know is that Airi is accused by police of killing Ruby Doss in 1986. Last week, the defense and prosecutors made their closing arguments. We were inside of that courtroom when they began to do that. Prosecutors say Airi's DNA was found on a condom decades after Doss's death, linking him to the crime. The defense argued the DNA evidence in this case is unreliable. This is the second time the former Pasco police officer Airi has been in a Spokane County courtroom accused of murder. The first time was in 2021, but that ended in a mistrial. As for today, the judge is expected to issue his ruling this afternoon around 1:30 p.m. We'll have a crew here to keep you informed with the latest developments once they come in. But for now, reporting in Spokane County, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Well, we want to take a look at weather with our meteorologist, Thomas Patrick, because Thomas, we had some active weather this morning that kind of affected the roads, and it's a big travel day, so are things looking more calm now?
Things are a little bit more calm, but it's not perfectly calm. In fact, from our outdoor weather center, with the aid of our studio lights, I can tell that there is still a bit of a drizzle and a mist that is in the air here, and it is falling down. So if you stand outside for a few minutes, you might notice a little bit of the dampness in the air to go along with some of the now foggy conditions, as you can probably see behind our set. But the most active weather that fell between about 2 to 6 o'clock this morning, that is finished up. The snow and then the freezing rain and a bit of the sleet. In fact, you can probably tell in our set here, there's a bit of this like sleet slush that is still left over here on our green screen, but not expecting anything more than these misty and drizzly conditions for the rest of the day. And our temperatures will get above the freezing mark. So a little bit of that ice will start to melt away just little by little, but we still stand at 32 degrees with decently foggy conditions across the West Plains. The airport is reporting quarter-mile visibility, and like I mentioned, it is looking a little bit foggy here from our South Hills studio. So that'll encompass the rest of the day today, but it does get a little bit more calm and just a little bit warmer heading into the new year. And we'll cover that extended outlook in a few moments.
Well, today will be busy on I-90, of course, because people are making their way back home from the holidays. So definitely keep that in mind if you or your family are traveling over to the west side. Here's a look at a graph WashDOT put out. They say traffic will be heaviest from noon until 4. That's the red on that graph there. So just make sure to give yourself plenty of time and drive carefully. Well, this week, the University of Idaho is tearing down the house where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered last year. The university owns the home on King Road. They have the demolition now scheduled for Thursday, and they say it will take a few days. They decided to take the house down during winter break to reduce the impact on students living in the area.
The area where the house is located is very dense with students, and we wanted to do it at a time when they wouldn't have to be there to be a part of that. And so that fell to the winter break, making the most sense.
The defense team for Brian Koberger, the man charged for the murders, went into the house recently to take pictures and measurements. Prosecutors are asking for his trial to start this summer. Mayor-elect Lisa Brown will be sworn into office tomorrow. The ceremony starts at 5:30 in the evening at the Central Spokane Public Library. The library will also broadcast the whole thing live on their YouTube channel. Her first official day as mayor, though, will not be until January 1st. And I'm sure everyone is all in on that post-Christmas cleanup day. This afternoon, we're breaking down what you should know before you take out the trash. And make sure to ring in the new year with KREM 2. Mark Hanrahan is actually going to be live from Riverfront Park as part of the T-Mobile New Year's at the Needle celebration. The special will be live from Spokane, Seattle, and Portland as we all count down to midnight and, of course, to 2024. The main event is at the Space Needle in Seattle, but viewers across the Pacific Northwest will see a drone show just before midnight and then a fireworks show right as the clock hits midnight. You can watch this special right here on KREM 2 and streaming on KREM 2 Plus. We hope you'll join us for New Year's Eve for the first ever regional celebration. We'll be right back.